Hello and welcome to the channel. After being sworn in and inaugurated as Nigeria's 16th democratically elected president, Tinubu wasted no time in sending a message to supporters of Peter Obi of the Labour Party, Obidients, as well as Atiku Abubakar of the People's Democratic Party, Atikulators. Details coming up. Subscribe, like, share, and comment. Thank you. Tinubu sends message to his supporters, Obidients and Atikulators. President Bola Ahmed Tinubu has appreciated his supporters for voting for him in the last presidential election. In his inaugural speech on Monday at Eagle Square, Tinubu also recognized supporters of opposition parties who did not vote for him. The president also extended his hand of fellowship to the opposition parties and their candidates and asked them to grasp it in national affinity and brotherhood. He said, "I stand before you, honored to assume the sacred mandate you have given me. My love for this nation is abiding, my confidence in its people unwavering, and my faith in God Almighty absolute. I know that His hand shall provide the needed moral strength and clarity of purpose in those instances when we seem to have reached the limits of our human capacity. This day is bold and majestic, yet bright and full of spirits, as is our precious nation. As a nation, we have long ago decided to march beyond the dimness of night into the open day of renewed national hope. The question we now ask ourselves is whether to remain faithful to the work inherent in building a better society or retreat into the shadows of our unmet potential. For me, there is but one answer. We are too great a nation and too grounded as a people to rob ourselves of our finest destiny. This nation's journey has been shaped by the prayers of millions and the collective sacrifices of us all. We have endured hardships that would have made other societies crumble. Yet, we have shouldered a heavy burden to arrive at this sublime moment where the prospect of a better future merges with our improved capacity to create that future. To the surprise of many, but not to ourselves, we have more firmly established this land as a democracy in both word and deed. The peaceful transition from one government to another is now our political tradition. This handover symbolizes our trust in God, our enduring faith in representative governance, and our belief in our ability to reshape this nation into the society it was always meant to be. Today, let us recommit our very selves to placing Nigeria in our hearts as the indispensable home for each and every one of us, regardless of creed, ethnicity, or place of birth. My supporters, I thank you. To those who voted otherwise, I extend my hand across the political divide. I ask you to grasp it in national affinity and brotherhood. For me, political coloration has faded away. All I see are Nigerians. This is the proudest day of my life, but this day does not belong to me. It belongs to you, the people of Nigeria. On this day, Nigeria affirms its rightful place among the world's great democracies. There, Nigeria shall reside forever. The course of our past and the promise of the future have brought us to this exceptional moment. In this spirit, I ask you to join me in making Nigeria a more perfect nation and democracy, such that the Nigerian ideal becomes and forever remains the Nigerian reality. Meanwhile, President Tinubu declared on Monday, May 29, that the 2023 presidential candidates, including Peter Obi of the Labour Party, LP, Atiku Abubakar of the People's Democratic Party, PDP, and others, could proceed with seeking redress in court over the outcome of the February 25th election that brought him to office. Tinubu was sworn into office today at Eagle Square in Abuja. The former governor of Lagos State and his vice, Kashim Shettima, officially succeeded former President and Vice President Muhammadu Buhari and Yemi Osinbajo respectively today. While delivering his first speech at the inauguration ground today, Tinubu insisted that the outcome of the February 25th election reflected the will of the people. However, my victory does not render me any more Nigerian than my opponents, nor does it render them any less patriotic, Tinubu said, noting that his opponents at the polls shall forever be his fellow compatriots, and I will treat them as such. They represent important constituencies and concerns that wisdom dare not ignore. They have taken their concerns to court. Seeking legal redress is their right, and I fully defend the exercise of this right. This is the essence of the rule of law. Tinubu stressed that the 2023 general election was a hard-fought contest, adding that it was also fairly won. Since the advent of the Fourth Republic, Nigeria has not held an election of better quality, the president said. Recall that Atiku, Obi, and other presidential candidates in the last election are challenging Tinubu's victory at the presidential election petition tribunal. Subscribe, like, share, comment, and please turn the notification bell on. Thank you. Also, President Bola Ahmed Tinubu has approved his first appointment hours after he was sworn into power. Recall that former President Muhammadu Buhari had earlier today handed over to Tinubu at the Eagle Square, Abuja. Following his inauguration, Tinubu approved the appointment of Victor Adekunle Adeleke as his state chief of protocol. The newly appointed SCOP, who is from Oyo State, officially began his assignment today. He is an accomplished diplomat and lawyer. He joined the Nigerian Foreign Service in 1993 and rose through the ranks, serving in various missions abroad and at the headquarters, including the State House. Adeleke's appointment is adjudged as well-deserved by his colleagues as he takes over from Ambassador Lawal Kazware. The new SCOP comes to the job with a huge pedigree as a career Foreign Service officer, and it's expected that he will change the face of diplomatic protocol in the villa. His last appointment was as Nigeria's permanent representative to the African Union (AU) and ambassador to Ethiopia, where he served with distinction and represented the country creditably and honorably. Born in 1967 in Ibadan, Oyo State, Ambassador Adeleke graduated from the prestigious Obafemi Awolowo University, Ile-Ife, with a Bachelor of Laws degree with honors in June 1990. He then proceeded to the Nigerian Law School, Victoria Island, Lagos, for his professional training to become a barrister and advocate of the Supreme Court of Nigeria in 1991, having satisfied all conditions prescribed by law. That's the news, guys. Thanks for listening. Until next time, bye.